realize something. Cassie finessed the feds. No, seriously. Think about it, chat. That deserves a round of applause. I think Cassie really finessed the feds. I mean, think about it. Cassie almost did the same thing with the feds that YSL Woody did with the state of Georgia. I mean, think about it, y'all. Cassie might have really got over on the feds, the big boys. Think about it. Not because now that I'm thinking about it, did Cassie testimony hurt or help Diddy? Let's run a couple of things back. The selective memory. The selective memory of Cassie in this case has been diabolical, to say the least. Oh, you can remember 13 of these pictures of these male escorts, S workers, by name, nickname, recognizing birthmarks, but certain details you can't remember. So you can remember who you booked, called, requested, what it lusted for, but you couldn't remember some of the things that your team could have used for the case. A lot of things you couldn't remember because of trauma, but you remember that you still love Sean. To this day, you said you love Sean on record, under oath, on the stand. See, I say Cassie finessed the feds because to me, the video alone probably would have sufficed. Cassie got up there and pretty much pulled a YSL Woody, if you ask me. And who do we get to come and save the day and give the exact same blueprint of what won the Thug case? That's right, my lawyer Brian Steele. Yeah, shout out Thug, man. Brian Steele, the Rico baffler. Brian Steele came and basically did the same thing, different fashion that Woody did in the Thug case. Yeah, you gotta be here to get what you need. You got your money, you got such and such. You feel me? This is the least I can do. You know? And I don't even think Diddy was in on that part. I think Diddy just understood, like, yeah, I played and I did some wild, foul style. But what did the testimony really do? Because it's still giving payroll to me. It's still giving Diddy is pulling somebody. I'm not saying Diddy's pulling no strings. I don't think the OG card or code is respected enough for Diddy to be. But I feel like it's people that Diddy know, mess with, rock with, got favors with. You know, I still feel like things are happening in his favor. Even if people don't want to. The money. Like the fact that when he do get out, because he's getting out, chat. I don't care what you think or how you feel. Diddy is getting out. Diddy is coming home. And I hate to, bust any bubbles or, and I'm not victim shaming. A lot of people were getting, including myself, were getting shunned and getting, you know, crucified, if you will, for our opinions. And I never came off or wanted to come off like as if I was victim blaming or shaming Cassie. No. But I do feel like a lot of the case is loopholey. I do feel like a lot of this case is slander the black man-ish. Now, there are parts of this case that are diabolical. There are parts of this case that are, you know, I'll just say if you're into content and doing content, like how could you not? Excuse me. Shout out to my baby girl who got everybody sick. But you see, I'm still at working. So salute to me. But shout out to the, I'm laughing because shout out, I'm still working. I say shout out to the people who seem to think that to get to that level, to get in those rooms, to get in those doors, to even get that opportunity, to even audition, to be an artist, to be a potential FO participant, let alone 50-50 partner, organizer, orchestrator. You got to be a certain kind of term to even get your number called. Is what all I'm trying to tell y'all. Think about it, chat. The story about waiting to, don't nothing about this story say waiting and doing it by the book and by the rules. So you know how cold the rollout was. It was he waited till she was 21, not 18, not 19. And I don't even know what the age is, where she from. But we ain't even play with 18, 19, 20. Made sure it's documented. 21st birthday, the first day that he ever even kissed me, let alone anything else. Now, I don't know about y'all, but nothing about this story say Diddy was doing anything by the books. And I'm not putting that on him. I just feel like it's the Diddy trial is giving prize picks to me. It's giving we can almost guess what's gonna happen the next day in court, and we almost calling this like a episode of like Law and Order or something. Honestly, like, do y'all understand that what there? It's the same thing with Thug trial. I know y'all tired of me making that reference, but Thug trial, I knew that Thug was gonna come home when what they was charging Thug with. Everybody that they were charging and bringing forth in the crimes that they were trying to attach Thug to was so detached from Thug at the time that I knew it was like, oh, okay. This is definitely a political move for the DA to say she did something. With this is bigger than that. This bigger than this Diddy thing, this Diddy cat, this is bigger than Nino Brown. I say that because people already knew about Cassie and Diddy. No one, and that's why nobody's speaking about it. You ever had a story? You ever had somebody come around like, can you like imagine being 15 years removed, 10 years removed from high school or college, and imagine somebody coming around today, and they just thirsty, like just super amped about something that happened back then. Like, yo, remember this and that, and remember when bro came and such, and he brought the little dick. It's like imagine somebody being that excited about something that you not only forgot about, lived, moved away from. You ain't even studying no more. And then it's like you so far removed from the person that they hyped, like the character that you were in that story. You're so far removed from it that it's cringy to even hear it. Imagine having to live that day in and day out, like for real. And I'm telling y'all what it is. I don't know what it is, bro, but this might be the time of reckoning, chat. Like if you got away with diabolicalism, think about it. Yellow Beezy had got away for like 5 years with the Mo 3 thing. It folks out here, man, getting whammed. The turkey leg hut, turkey wing hut, man. Folks out here really sliding. But at the same time, folks out here really gliding to a little place where they provide hiding. See this the problem. This the problem. When you get to a certain place, not in money, not in stature, not in possessions or accomplishments, awards, trophies, none of that. When you get to a certain place in ego where can't nobody tell you nothing, that's the beginning of the end. For real. That's why I think the Bible says it's like almost impossible for a rich person to get into heaven. And not like that's why I think even the people who had it all in history, like Mother Teresa and all them, you know what I mean, folks, like the super uber philanthropists. Because it's like you can't really, you got to be to get that to get there. You got to be cutthroat. You got to be cool with doing some things out of pocket the wrong way. Some little fraud here, evasion here, scam scheme here, fraud here. Because that's just how it works. Okay? Like the rules are set up universally to be the rules. So to defy the rule barrier, you have to hence break the rules. In order to break the rules, well, that is to align yourself with a slippery slope. Because you don't get busted for selling your first dime bag or your first blunt, your first quarter, your quack, your first pound, your first few pounds, your first 10 pounds. You get busted when you get up to like 100 pounds, 10, 20, 30 pounds. Them first two switches you sold, you ain't get caught. Anybody knew you even had switches. To a couple little spots, got hit up with your pieces. And then, ooh, that boy got that thing for the guy there. And then, boom. That's how it works. Excuse me. Be tripping and slipping. Because we be letting these folks get away with it and play with it. Cassie, done fooled y'all folks, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Brian still done figured out how to finesse the Rico is all I'm trying to tell you. All the questions they asking, listen, they gonna spend 8 weeks building a case and building a story up that they're not even charging and trying this man on. Watch, mark my words. They're going to try this. This case is going to be 8 weeks of them talking about something that we ain't even talking about. I don't even think they have 8 weeks worth of. You know what? I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna doubt the feds. Chat, do y'all think the feds got 8 weeks worth of witnesses? Let me know. I'm not gonna lie because the fact that they had Don Richards in there and then she got up on the stand and she didn't even have get 20 minutes in. Don Richards or Richard got on the stand and Diddy attorneys attacked her whole rollout off the bat. Every time the prosecutors asked her a question, they cut it off, they shut her down. Objections, objections, objections to the point where the judge was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. We gonna just let you go home because you sweating, your lace front sliding, the makeup got to be glued, melting. Let her go home. Will they bring Don back? I don't know. Um, I don't think Don Richards will be a good person to bring back and put on the stand. You know why? Because what the what the defense did honestly was they were objecting. True, they were objecting at a high rate, even more true. But what they were doing were provoking emotion, anger. They wanted to get her riled up to where the emotion behind her testimony would show. And this is just alleged. This is what I think. I think they wanted to get her riled up to the point to where her emotions would show, and to get her out of her character, whatever the character they thought she may have been in, to where she would emotionally or irrationally answer some of the prosecutor's questions, and hope to get her, you know, try to wrap it on around to where they could get up there and cross-examine her while she was still in her emotions, or at least know what pushes her buttons to get her riled up. Because that's the thing, to get her out of her character. Don Richards, shout out to her, but, and I'm not a victim, but she didn't bring anything to the case. If anything, she brought more speculation to the case. Cassie already done threw the case in for a whirlwind. She understands talking about she still loved Diddy. She admitting that, it was over once he said somebody else was his soulmate. She admitted she did all this because she loved him and she wanted to be with him and she thought that was gonna make her marry her. She wanted to marry the man, all that. So this could easily already be chalked up as just a love story gone bad. A little hate, little meh, bye, a little hate, little bye. Trying to get some get back. Like I don't even. I think Cassie was subpoenaed. Cassie, listen, Cassie is not even giving, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Cassie isn't even giving victim that wants her, attacker to be held to the highest extent in the law, and that's not what Cassie's giving. Cassie's giving. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Cassie's giving that she and Alex Fine set up this whole little play with the feds. They was in cahoots. That we're gonna get you to do this. We're gonna get you this money. We're gonna get you this other little check. We're gonna drop this for you. You're gonna be straight, and we just need you to do this. That's what it was giving. Because it's moments that she spoke on that I just don't get, chat. It was things that she participated in and agreed to that I don't understand why she would do that, chat. And if you pay attention, they stayed away from all Paul's allegations and rumors. But it was a lot of Paul's energy in the building, in the freak offs. Like, can someone explain the inflatable? kid pool of baby oil. What you doing, Diddy? Like for real, when they caught you, you had 9 bands in a fanny pack, 10 bands in another fanny pack. Did y'all see the way they had the baby oil wrapped up in the Ziploc bags in the traveling? Come on, man. We gonna show y'all that, man. I feel like it's bigger questions than because we already know Diddy ain't make her do nothing. I think that's the reason older dudes date younger chicks. They're easier to impress. I mean, because if you look at it, if you look at the rooms, the areas, the essentials. I mean, the fact that he was on Craigslist and Backpage, like this wasn't no Illuminati, bully, secret society. I thought they had their own little Rolodex. I thought it was like a little underground cult of these artists and actresses and up and comings that you. I thought it was a little pool that you could. I mean, to hear Diddy and Cassie was picking they FO partners off of Craigslist and Backpage is crazy. Hey, that's like a tier above Tinder and plenty of fish. You might well be on skip the games. What you doing? Like to hear, like for real. And that's how you know it's kind of giving propaganda because the only video we saw was him in the Intercontinental. But them footage, them pictures they put out, that was given very much so Hampton Inn, just corner room. The lighting wasn't right in them rooms. And I think that's what Cassie messed up. I think Cassie, where a lot of females mess up. Whatever it was that Cassie gave off to attract Diddy, she traded it in too early. Like she gotta play her hand like how Jada Pickett played hers. That's what she should have talked to. Jada Pickett and Gabrielle Union. Cause I don't know what they did. Some say Erica Badu, but I ain't gonna put that on my man's. Cassie should have talked to Erica Badu, Jada Pickett, and Gabrielle Union. Cause whatever they be doing to dudes do whatever they want them to do, but it don't be done like in the way where the dudes will get in trouble. Adam, holla at Atlanta, Adam 22 girl. Because I'm 100% sure, Mari, 1,000% sure that Cassie did what Cassie wanted to do. Now, I think that, excuse me, I think it was also like football, like signing up for a football team, signing up for the military, saying you're gonna stop smoking weed for 30 days. I feel like you know what you signing up for when you sign up for it mentally and like even for whatever. But it's easier. What's it easier said than done? It's easy to say, yeah, I'm gonna show up to this freak off, this fo. You don't know what type of time, bro, on when you get there. You don't know what he been thinking about. You don't know what he been watching on his phone, his iPad. You don't know the corn he been watching. You don't know what he just left seeing or hearing about or what his homies just did. You just agreeing to go. That's like signing up for the military. You just agreeing to go be all you can be. You don't even know what that means till you get there. Same thing with Cassie. With a lot of people in these situations. A lot that happens a lot, just not with Cassie, just in the culture, period. The whole trapping, the street life, all that. The ladies to be the bad bees in the strip club and thinking you can just go, twerk a little bit, shake a little cheeks, and then get your teeth done, your body done, and you ride around in the Phantom. That's the facade, and I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. But we mad at Diddy for just doing what we see the culture and the people and us social media doing to the masses on a daily. Because okay, let's keep it real. The whole thing about the baddies in Dubai is they go out there and basically get the whole FO treatment in Dubai. Like your baddest of baddest, your top notch. When you see them in Dubai, that's what they say. I don't know. I never been. Even the baddies in your city. They say when they get flew out to Dubai, they basically getting the same treatment. But that's cool. And that's like secret. That's underworld society. Allegedly. I don't know. I never been. I will say I've never seen too many females in Dubai with a guy or with they dude or husband or promoting, you know, a monogamous relationship. I will say that. Even the rappers. I just seen Sexy Red in Dubai. She was all over Hummers and not Hummers, Bentleys and Maseratis and all that. Like, and really, she was doing some stuff that I probably would get the average chick locked up in Dubai. So wherever she wasn't in no museum or no car lot doing it, she was probably in a private garage. And I heard that's what they do. I heard they get like, allegedly, they get like the top ones, like the Lottos, the Sexy Reds, the Glorillas, and the ones that we love to death. Like that's like a thing to them. Like they get our idols, our baddest of the baddest. And they get them over there and they pretty much put them in FOs and just crazy situations. Like you heard the stories. Odell Beckham taking dookies on their chest and all that. All that. They do all that. And I think it's like a thing just to like show superiority for real. Be like, the people that y'all idolize over there, look what I'm doing to them. I think it's all kind of a little crazy, twisted, weird. That's when you got too much money. I told my partner at the shop, I do believe that there is a point to where you can have money, like ungodly money. Like unconscious in the bowl money. Like I think to get to a certain dollar amount, you have to not have a conscious. And I think we seeing that with the Diddy thing. Like think about some of the weirdest things we've heard in this case. What we got? We got the rubbing. One of the weirdest things I heard in this case was that Diddy used to like for men to finish either in or on Cassie, where they would go into another room and she would lubricate his man nip area with it, lather. You know how much and how fast you got to rub something in for it to lather? Especially if it's not a soapy, sudsy substance chemical. Listen, do you listen? Let me see. Let me get you. You know how fast and much you would have to rub. Condi- I think somebody ain't supposed to lather at all. Lotion. You know how fast you gotta rub lotion to make it lather? And then the whole going to other room thing. That's how you know he was heavy on his reputation. Like, if you notice, a lot of the Paul's accusations have been left out of this case. Like, it's kind of like they kind of like that's part of his thing. Like, I go through it, but y'all gotta let that stay a mystery. Cause that's a mystery in the history of these stories. Like, I mean, and the whole Tootsie Roll thing is crazy. Like, for the shorty to say that he tried to essay her and then she wasn't tripping because he pulled out a Tootsie Roll. That's diabolical. The Tootsie Roll is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But that could also explain the hiring of the SAs. And, he was the Tootsie Roll. Child Tony, the Tootsie Roll is crazy. They say She wasn't even scared no more because he pulled out the 2-0. Let me see that 2-0 is insane. But I will say this. That might be why Gene Deal had the story of going to the X store. And Diddy taking a nice, slow, smooth browse through the Ildo section. And Gene Deal described his interest in the Ildo section. A little disturbing. Just how interested he was in the different Ildo. But he was reading, he said he was reading the back of them and trying to see what material, whatever. I don't know. And I get it. Because if you coming to the table like the 69 boys with the cotton candy sweet as gold, let me see that Tootsie roll. You might well go and get the scrap while you in there. Yeah, you might well just come with it already on. For sure, for real. Like that, like seriously, like grown man, all that money, like you done flew out here to this island, you done did the private chef, you done helicopter to the other, you know what I mean, the other mountaintop area. You done did all that, and then to pull out the Tootsie Roll is like pause. Why even suck my teeth like that? Like I'm disappointed in the Tootsie Roll. Yeah, that was great. Hey, yo, like, but I'm just saying, like, I just want to know what the ladies rather know in advance. Like for real. Like, dude know he cotton candy sweet as gold. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. But he got the whole like experience set up though. It's just he like, and that's probably what it was too, y'all. Chat. That's probably why Diddy went so hard in the beginning because it's like he know like he got to go hard like that because he know when it come time to like, you know what I mean, show and prove. It's more show than proof. Because think about that, chat. For a female to say, for a woman to say, like, the anxiety, the fear, the the overall trauma of the whole our experience subsided once she saw that it was Long John Silver popcorn shrimp in town. And that explains a lot for me because I was like, what kind of man would not only need, request, be okay, search for all of these things for another man to satisfy his wife or fiance, whatever. And that's what it is. Like imagine your girl being like, more, like go deeper, or go more, give it all to me. Imagine your girl saying, give me more, and it ain't no more. Imagine your girl being like, put all like, put it all, pause, but you know, whatever, put it all, and you ain't got no more to put. But I always thought that was for real, more so like for people who like probably couldn't work, it didn't work, or like the dysfunction. You know what I mean? But for them to be like Diddy in the corner doing what he doing, shining his missile is insane. The little inflatable pool of baby oil. What are you doing? See, I don't even think that Diddy should get in trouble for what they saying. I think Diddy should just be like, nah, for real, like, feds. Y'all should just let Diddy out and just give him back to the culture. Like, give Diddy back to the streets, and trust me, Diddy gonna wish he was back in. Listen, give Diddy back to the streets and give him back his phone. Whatever y'all was gonna get Diddy in time, y'all can give Diddy a quarter of that on him having to be active and all notifications on all social medias. At least the top five: Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, excuse me, Snapchat. So I don't know. I guarantee you, y'all put Diddy on the web. Y'all gonna get Diddy 30 years, 40. All right, suspend 30, put him back on the streets, give Diddy a phone, an iPad, and a laptop, all his devices hooked up to all social medias. He cannot cut it off. He cannot mute. He cannot silence. Cut it down to 10 years. The streets got Diddy. We got Diddy. So that's the thing. We know how to handle ours. Y'all be trying to do ours too rough. And not saying for what if he was guilty of that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not for what he's done. He's an animal. He's scum of the earth, Satan's masterpiece. All of that. But what I'm saying is, don't play in our face like y'all, like with the like. Come on, man. It's like the Kamala Harris, man. Y'all know y'all want finna get them Kamala. Give us Kamala Harris. I just be wondering, like when I see situations like this, how much time, how much money, how much energy are they? What I can see it is like, damn, how much time, how much money, how much energy they gonna waste on this? And then for me, it just made me think about how many other situations where it was time, money, energy wasted, and I ain't even peep it. Come on, man. What's the evidence we got? We got evidence of the intercontinental video, which is not even evidence in this case because that's evidence used in another suit where she's suing them for $10 million on top of the 20 she sued Diddy for. And she got like a book and some whole other, like, imagine after this, the interviews and the whole little thing gonna be crazy. TV show, reality, podcasts, whatever. She could do one exclusive interview that's worth almost $5 million. If she could bring the Alex Fine dude, pause, that's 10 million. Cassie finessed the feds, y'all. I think she whistle blew and she blew a bigger whistle than she had. No pun intended. That's crazy. No, seriously though, Chad. Because if you think about the stories and the way they was building this up, like they sold us this like Belly 2. Like how high 2. Like they sold us this like coming to America too. Like honestly, I think the fact that they're not showing us the tapes or we can't even get a leaked version or no phone because I think the tapes are really just lame. Honestly, look at the rooms they was in. Look at the supply. Like, he really had Johnson and Johnson. Like, come on, bro. I don't even use Johnson and Johnson, and unless they test it and say it came back with something that was chemically enhanced or altered, then that's lame. That's old niggas. That's you. That pause, but that's Tootsie Roll energy. Baby oil is crazy. Why would come on, bro? Like for and then Johnson and Johnson, baby oil. You got Dr. T. You got so many different types of like the oil category is endless. For you to be for Diddy to be using baby oil, that's a different type of like to have that kind of money and be using baby oil and Glade candles, it make you wonder how much money do niggas really be having? Like I don't like if I was trying to pop it off on my wife, I'm not using Glade candles or baby oil, my nigga. I don't use baby oil unless it's a baby in the house. Shout out to Dooley in the chat, man. I'm not using baby oil. Like the rooms was dusty. This case is already sloppy. It's giving, you know what? It's giving. It's giving a quick like YSL Rico summary. Like we're gonna do like the footnote. Like Cassie already blew the case up. She say she love the man. She still love the man. She said everything to give her the bitter baby mama, the coulda, woulda, shoulda story. She wanted the life of the other girlfriend. She wanted the hold on his heart like Kim had. She's been recorded going into jealous rages, physically violent, hurting, trying to fight people. The S workers saying she had a speed control that she wanted to. She's like, hold up, Playboy, you doing it? Wait, slow that down. Act like you peeing on the side of school and cars riding by. She asked for a 3-round burst. You can't request a 3-round burst and then talk about somebody made you. That's crazy. You got text where you saying you don't want to do the FOs because you want to be the one and only. But every player done been through that where they want to be the one and only, and then we got to salute them for that because it takes a lot to build that up. Yeah, man. She asked for a 3-round burst, Dooley. She ain't want the single shot, but that fully auto was too crazy. She was like, "No, 3-round burst, B. Call it, yeah, But yeah, a lot of us do that though, bro. We lock in. We try. We 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 let our character, the mass person, take over too much. Go too hard. We let the mask, the character, go too hard, bro. And that's all Cassie did. Now, do I think that she did $30 million worth of freaking? Hell no. No, not now. She a cool 10, 12, 10, arguable 10. Like, I don't know, chat, what the intention of the prosecutors. I don't know. I'm such a conspiracy theorist, y'all. I feel like it's no way possible that they're both equally being this embarrassed, humiliated, and put on the forefront with so much to still gain and win. Like y'all don't understand. For Diddy to go through this and come home, it's still a win. Y'all gotta understand, Diddy was for real, a couple years ago, not too long ago, classified as a billionaire. These are rich people games, people. You have to pay certain dues. You gotta think about it. I'm not. Let's just say hypothetically. The BIG blood done dried up by now. It's time for you to do another big one. And you don't have anybody to sacrifice, Diddy. BIG almost 20 years. You gave us a big one. You gave the culture a big one. And he didn't even have enough music for you to even capitalize on that end. So we had to give you all kind of other perks. And that's why I think Diddy was thumping around holding his cojones, because he know what he gave. And that's the thing. You ever you ever took a favor from somebody that was willing, that was a willing giver, and then when they came back to get it, it was like the energy was like as if you stole it from them or something. Like, hey, bro, what's up with that 20, bro? Like it's been like 2 weeks, ain't it good? Like that's why I don't like asking people for stuff, because people be forgetting that, like, I ain't even asked you. I was telling you what was going on because I was just because when I got in the car, I was having this conversation with my baby mama anyway. So when you ask me was I cool, I'm like, yeah, I'm straight. She just on that same shit. You be like that, and I be like, no, not that. This. I tell you the story. We get to the end of it. You be like, damn, that's crazy. Look, he go boom, boom. If you jump out the window with it, who am I to turn down your generosity? That could have been God putting that on your heart to see if you do what He told you to do with me, and then I'd be on some cocky, ego-driven, don't take it, and then mess up what God got for you. And that's a real homie. A lot of these real homies don't be real homies. Gene Deal at court. I don't even think Gene Deal is even eligible to even be included in this case. Like, Gene Deal has been doing interviews for at least 3 to 4 years. I don't even think anybody would even risk putting Gene Deal on the stand, because Gene Deal's transcript of what he, because there's no cameras because it's fed and high profile. Gene Deal's transcript would go viral. Just the words. Because not only is he a great, you know, security, whatever he did, he is a wordsmith. He is a storyteller. He gives Dr. Seuss and R.L. Stein a run for their money. Let me just tell you that. But Gene Deal was there, and I think Gene Deal was there just to pretty much just do what Gene Deal does. Like, shout out to, I think, Tina with a T or something like that. Excuse me. But she talked to Gene Deal. Gene Deal did what he do. Gene Deal is, I'm gonna tell you why I like Gene Deal. Because Gene Deal knows enough to be valuable, but knows how to still uh, keep the value and appraisal on the code too. Because them captions and thumbnails and had you thinking Gene finna tell us an exclusive. I don't know how many times we got tricked by Gene Deal. But Gene Deal don't be telling us nothing. The thumbnail would be like Gene Deal reveals Diddy's FO footage live on camera. And we'll sit there and listen to Gene Deal tell us a story about Diddy, Faith, Stevie. But that's the thing. He'll cook us in with that, and then give us like, I do. Me too. I'm gonna get off in a minute too. And he'll give us a story about Mary J, Stevie J, tie in Biggie and Faith, and hint at Mace, and we go down that rabbit hole. At the end of the day, the story's crazy. Um, the Diddy wanting other men's Navy SEALs, Navy cadets, seamen on his nipples was insane. Um, the baby oil pool was diabolical. The fact that his daughters were in the courtroom when the whole semen nipple thing happened, I don't know. How would y'all feel about that shit? Like, and do you and your kids have a good enough relationship to where maybe if some of your deepest, darkest secrets were exposed, do you? How would you feel? Any kid of the opposite sex, females and males, and then for the dudes, like they got sons. How would you feel? Like, I don't know the level of masculinity and all that you know. I don't know what's the T level in your house of testosterone you pumping through there, but let's just say you just was just an extra, just you know, testosterone, protein, powder eating papa. How does that backfire or work in the house when the semen on the nipples stories come out, or you know, I don't want I like you like that. I don't even like that's the illest wingman ever. Like I'm a Riz the shorty, and then I'm gonna call my man to smack that. Like that's for sure, bruh. Like the Tootsie Roll story starting to make more sense. For real. Like I'm a Rizza, I'm a wine and diner, I'm gonna get all the way ready. But it's like I know. That's like that ain't no different than like getting into a situation in the hood or at the park, the YMCA or community center. It's like you get into it at school and be like, I'm gonna get my big brother or my cousin or my you know, I'm gonna go get somebody. I'm gonna go get somebody I know that can handle this situation. That's crazy pause anyway to be like, oh yeah, Dooley. Shout out, man. Thanks for the money. Gun. I don't even know what that money. I don't even know that. Why? Shout out to you. I saw it happen. Shout out to Dooley Montgomery. Yo, shout out to Montgomery Barber. Y'all add him too. He the only person in the shop that him yeah like that's wet. Him and Zoe. Shout out to Dooley and Zoe. If I ain't there, Dooley and Zoe. That's what I'm just putting it on every time. I would just be busy. Chris gonna bust y'all head, and he don't got payment plans or take after pay. Dooley's old. That's my recommendation. Don't ask me no more. But yeah, shout out to him though. The money gun, the check. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah though. That's I think it's a lot of holes in this case. And I'm gonna sum this up because I'm gonna do another video just on Cassie mistakes alone. But do I think Cassie finessed the feds? Yes. Do I think that she um was was a willing participant until she wasn't? Yes. Do I think that I think Cassie was a young woman that did what she thought would lead her where she wanted to be, not knowing that that's just the game. And you know, for all the women that's out here acting like they blindsided or don't get it, it's cute, but come on. A lot of y'all done been set out, trains ran on, you know, finger popping, you know, you know, and it's cool because you know back then the dudes just think we was cool for doing that, but I mean, no one's really cool. But if we had to classify somebody cool, the only one that's really like the coolest guy is the guy that really like brought. It was just sick, kind of in the way because the coolest one is the one that brought the situation. But then you kind of get all the time too because it's like that's like crazy that you brought this. You feel me? So I think the guilt trip, party need to be kind of killed with that. I don't think Diddy or Cassie are or were wrong. I think in the ways that they're wrong, we're not even talking about. I think the same way Diddy was wrong for pursuing and having a relationship with that young 17-year old, his whatever minor. I think she was equally as wrong for dating that high up. A lot of people say, why did she leave when they sent the security? I mean, you seen what's love got to do with it. You seen when the mama came talking about some gripes and complaints what Ike did, that bankroll. You see that Tyler Perry movie when the mama went to the bank talking to the buddy that owned the bank? And he was like, hey man, you still trying to get in that trust fund, and it was I told her if she know like I know, she would shut the fuck up. That's how it work, bro. That's what it be. What cats from Connecticut, Delaware, or something like that? Little small little spot. They ain't used to that. You gotta understand, did he land in a helicopter in your front yard? Like for real, like did he have like 10 black out trucks pull up, lights, nobody in the other nine, and he hop out the one in the middle. Little small little nigga too. Shiny suit. Eating the blow pop. No, a Tootsie Roll pop. He trying to see how many licks it take. Literally. He counting. He got somebody with him with a clicker counting the licks it's taking. A lot of times these parents and these friends, a lot of these people be being enabled. Because at the moment it's fun when everybody getting some. You gotta understand when he doing all this to Cassie, it's not just Cassie that's getting taken care of. Mama getting taken care of, sister getting taken care of, little brother going to that school he want to go to, that private school. Everybody in daycare. Ain't never a time when ain't no food in the house. Ain't never no phones getting cut off, no bills, no the internet out. None of that. None of that, bro. And I ain't even in a high velocity area like that. They ain't in no popping area. So just them being related to Cassie and everybody in that little area knowing that that's Cassie, folks, it's all kind of stuff that's getting thrown and wrote off on the face card just because Cassie face card connected to Diddy face card. And that's the most dangerous way to become popping. Y'all see a lot with the rappers, like, yeah, you get a Rick Ross and Meek Mills, where Meek Mills can go off and, you know, create his own to a, degree where he can stand on his own. But then think about the pill, the slab, the excuse me, I forgot the conscious dude name. I forgot. That's all I'm saying. You can got people like Omarion, Rocky Fresh that couldn't bungee cord off, that couldn't trampoline off of Rick Ross' name. Yeah, you got Ti, you got the Dro. You know what I'm saying? You might what you got? Big country to a certain degree, but that's more regional. And then everybody else, B.O.B., Iggy Azalea, these people had other situations going on. They just came through your way. Dobie, all this stuff was popping. I think Cassie was before all of this. No, I know Cassie was before all of this. And then you still connected to the biggest in music. Shout out to the Tootsie Pop. And a lot of y'all was saying what y'all wouldn't do and what y'all wouldn't go for. But a lot of y'all done went through more for less. Imagine the dude showing up to your crib late in your